Hi.
Hey everyone.
Welcome.
Welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Whoa, welcome to the show.
Yes, indeed.
It has been a crazy day here in Michigan. And maybe even a crazy week. I don't know. We've had an awful roller coaster of a week, Mr. O. Starting with the great anniversary celebration, which I thought was fantastic.
Yes.
Everything seemed to be going well. Then we started hearing about friends of ours who were exposed to the COVID virus. Then we found out a couple that we know and are friends with has the COVID virus.
So we'd like to ask for our audience and for everyone hearing these words to please think of healing thoughts for all people who are possibly or are exposed to the COVID virus. Please try to generate a little bit of heart feeling for them, healing feeling.
Also
Thank
on
you.
my Facebook page, which is kind of tied into my work account, my personal Facebook page, somebody that I don't know well, but is a follower of mine there, mentioned she just lost her sister to the COVID virus. So it's starting to get really close to home, and I don't know whether it was that, but I just had a terrible feeling about today, and I just felt something was wrong. I couldn't shake it all day. I even started doing my cards about it, and I thought something was not right. And then we hear about somebody wanting to abduct our governor, a group of militia people, and try her for treason. And
Possibly do some
possibly
bombing.
do harm. They were testing out a bomb with shrapnel. So just crazy, crazy energy. I really thought when I was feeling what I was feeling today that something bad nationally was going to happen. Lo and behold, it was in my own backyard.
Alrighty.
So I'm shuffling here today to get us started, trying to get on a better note here, although I am using something for this season. The San Muerte Oracle by Fabio Lestrani.
Awesome.
And of course, that is also the creator of the San Muerte Tarot,
Yes.
which I'm surprised you have not brought out for Halloween, Mr. O.
Soon. Soon.
Oh dear. Hey Levi, I'll add you to, I've got you on the list.
Hi, Levi. Hi, Gina.
Hi everybody, Estelle,
Hi,
Divine
Estelle. Hi,
You,
Divine. Hi,
Leah,
Aaliyah.
Angel Mary.
Angel Mary, Ollie, thank you for coming.
Thanks for stopping by. Getting a reading today. Let's see what we have for the collective right now.
Oh, goody.
All right. I think these are just read one way. I'm pretty sure about that. What you got?
Number 16.
You know, that looks familiar to me. I must have pulled it from my... Oh, look it. There's books on the card. I like it already. Hey, Libracus. Welcome.
Hi, Libra.
Okay, number 16 is Quetzalcoatl.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So, what's the message of this card? We have reached the final card of the world of creations with what may be the most important Aztec god, Quetzalcoatl, or the feathered serpent. He was worshipped as the god of knowledge, dawn, merchants, the arts, and professions. He is associated with the wind and the element of air. He is therefore connected to the intellect, education, books, and the invention of the calendar. So the advice of the dead is, do not fear and do not give up. Wow, that's good advice after what I just said. Through perseverance and insistence, you will reach the goal that you desire and that most of all, you deserve. So, hopefully, that's a good sign for all of us. Thank you, Gina. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Gina. Appreciate it.
Well, we did hear the friends that have COVID, they checked in and they just told us they're sleeping a lot. They're really just totally beat down by it, but they're getting a lot of rest and trying to recover.
For those who may have wondered, no, we haven't actually seen these guys in a long time. They are amongst our better friends, but We've been kind of isolated from people even before some of this happened, so we haven't seen them for many months. The other friends who believe they need to quarantine, we saw them about a month ago, and we've only seen them about two
times this summer outdoors
since this whole thing. And they're actually closer friends that we see more often normally. So,
and we're very worried about them because they are a high-risk category for
yeah,
sure.
well, almost everybody we know is around or close to our age and therefore potentially at a higher risk category.
Okay, oh, hello. Kimbo Belated, welcome. I'll add you to the list, and I'll go over the list in a minute, but we take everybody in order as they came into the chat.
So, yes, you can ask a question. We'll just call for you when it's your turn, but it looks like you probably got about 6 or 7 people in front of you.
I wanted to show everybody a new ebook that I've just received today, Fearless Tarot by Elliot Adam. And I have to say, I haven't looked at it yet since I got it, but I heard him speak at Llewellyn's workshop this last week. Was so awesome. His knowledge of the tarot is amazing. And so I am so looking forward to this book. It's basically about how to give a positive reading in any situation. And the reason I like it is, you know, I'm not all love and light. I'm going to call it like I see it. But if I can offer some positive advice on how to turn that negative card into a positive, I try to do that. So I think this is going to be very helpful, and he just was amazing. So I highly recommend Fearless Tarot for people who are studying the tarot. And let's get rolling here. I'll go over the list, and let's see what we have. We have Acel, who came in first. We have Divine You. We have Aaliyah. We have Angel Mary. We have Gina, Levi, Libra Cusp, and Kimbo Belated.
Okay, and these are the decks I'll be using tonight. Paul Hewson's Dame Fortune Tarot. That's the back. And that's the 3 of Coins from that deck. Then I also have the Ibis Tarot, another one of my Egyptian-themed ones. And that's called the Slave of Scepters. That would be analogous to the Page of Scepters. And then finally, I'm using, because it's Halloween, I'm using the Vampire Tarot.
Oh, okay.
I used it last year during the Halloween season. I don't use it all the time otherwise. And that's the 2 of Wands from that card.
Deck from that deck.
From that deck. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I've got 3 decks again, and I think I'm going to be swapping out the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot soon, although I think it's really gorgeous. Here's the 9 of Cups from that deck. And that one is brilliantly illustrated by Eugene Smith. I also have Kipling West's Halloween Tarot. And here is the 8 of Bats from that deck, which is the 8 of Swords. And finally, I have the Everyday Witch Tarot with the King of Swords. So we're full of Halloween themes here today. And also, let's not forget, speaking of bats, but I think I'll show the witch from the Halloween Lenormand. And the witch is actually riding a broom, and it's basically the rope or broom card in the traditional Lenormand. So those are the decks we'll be reading from today, off and on, switching between them. And do we have any announcements, Mr. O, before we get the show on the road?
Yes, tomorrow my emotional exchanges reading for the week will be on around 10 o'clock a.m. So check that out. Kind of gives you the emotional ranges you may experience in the next week or so. Sunday morning at the same time, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, will be your show, Banshee, The Material Matters, which is the weekly tarot keys to success, business, education, and finance. And I don't know, do we got anything else?
Something about chat disconnected, Gina said?
Oh, could you go ahead and...
I just typed in it, though.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, everybody? Is everybody hearing us? Well, you might want to check it out on your end, Gina, but I'll see if anybody else comments. Asel's here. Okay, Laura's here. Hey, Laura. Welcome. All right, and other announcements are basically we've started doing our Halloween haiku again. I've got a new one for tomorrow I'll be posting, and something old, something new from our Halloween haiku collection. We're doing that every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Facebook and Twitter. And we're going to be offering readings for cost soon. There's going to be a yearly Halloween to fall equinox spread that I'm going to be offering soon, as well as some shorter readings, including some Lenormand readings. So stay tuned for a price list to be posted soon on Facebook, Twitter, etc.
Alrighty.
All right, I think we're ready to go, and I've got Laura on the list. So, Asel, you are up. And go ahead with your question, Asel.
A little thirsty today.
I know I am. And by the way, if you're wondering why my hair is wet, I don't know. I felt so uncomfortable today with everything going on. And then when I heard what happened in the state of Michigan, I showered after work, after my work day ended, and washed my hair and just tried to get rid of those vibes of the day, because it was kind of strange. Okay, I'm glad you guys can hear. Asel, you are up. Go ahead and type that question.
Oh, there we are.
Okay, we got it. So, does my still love you? All right. Well, let's start with a yes, no, and see where we go from there.
Alrighty.
Use one of yours this time.
Yes, I have the Dame Fortuna.
All right. Also,
Dame
we
Fortune.
have some Halloween treats again.
Oh.
Candy corn pumpkins.
Yay.
It's a veritable pumpkin patch.
What's up with that one with the orange top instead of the green?
I don't know, Mr. O. Do you want that special one?
For me?
And I'll take 2 from the pumpkin patch.
I don't really like candy corn that much, but it's okay.
I love it.
It is kind of creamy, which is okay.
No, you know, when candy corn gets old, it's no fun. But if you get a fresh batch of candy corn...
Yeah, it kind of calcifies, gets hard, and has grittiness in it. Blech. It almost matches my cap.
There you go, Mr. O.
I thought I'd wear my rustic color fall cap. Knitted for me by a former boss from years ago. I like it. Did you want to count them off?
I sure will.
Alrighty. So, Asel, this is your question.
Okay. Well, it's leaning towards no.
Or maybe a little.
I know, because we don't have totally bad cards. We do have the Ten of Swords, however. That's reversed. We have the one ace that came up that just tells us if it's a yes or no, if it's leaning towards no. And that is the Ace of Swords. And then finally we have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is upright. I feel as though they have some good feelings for you. And that's the Queen of Swords, right? No, Queen of Cups.
Right.
Okay. I feel they have some good feelings for you. There's some emotionality there, but I'm not sure it comes down to love. They do have some feelings, however. You did leave some sort of a mark with them.
Hopefully it wasn't a painful mark of the swords, but no, just kidding. I get the feeling like maybe this is true, but that this Ten of Swords sort of tells me that maybe there was something about that they did need to get away from you, or did need to be free from the relationship, or free from some aspect, or that there was something about freedom getting to another space. It may not have been leaving you, but it may have been moving for them, their purpose. So I sort of feel like something happened and there was a move, or there was a shift away. But there is still some amount of fondness, so I just don't think that it's strong.
Right. And I think that maybe what the Ten of Swords is indicating, Asal, is that, you know, they've modified their thoughts in time a little bit
Laura.
here. Yeah, Laura, I saw that, and thank you for dropping the like, and please like our page, everybody.
Everybody, please listen to Laura.
Yeah, and it's nice. Okay, I'll take you off the list, but that's nice of you to stop by. Always welcome your company. I think that, Asal, that really they like maybe have healed some of the old wounds, or maybe animosities or differences that they were feeling, and they do have some better thoughts. But like I said, I don't know if love is part of that equation. So let's see. Do you want to do just a Lenormand on this and see?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Laura.
We appreciate that very much. Thank you.
All right, let's see what we get here. Well, okay. So I have the Book of Shadows. It's the first card I drew. And then I have the Dagger, which in this deck is the cross. And I guess it's because it forms a cross. So this is not happy news here, Asal, in a way. What this seems to indicate to me is you realize that, you know, this relationship is over, or you're going to find out something, or you're going to come to that realization, you know, that knowledge that, you know, this may be over. The cross is kind of a grieving process. So in other words, you know, you might just be coming to terms with it all.
It seems that because you asked this question that maybe you were possibly thinking of trying to see if you could re-invoke the connection. But I'm thinking those final two cards are saying that if you do, you would probably find out that they may have feelings, but they have moved on in different ways. Maybe they just can't be in a relationship now, or maybe they're pursuing something or somebody different. So that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
Come here, Sonny. 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 We've got a cat problem. There. Come here. There's my boy.
The best laid plans, eh?
Do you want to give him a camera shot?
Okay.
There he is.
Feeling naughty. Might stomp through the set later. I don't know.
We're going to make our own Sonny memes, I think, because he's just always wanting to disrupt the set.
So that's what we have, Asal.
I'm sorry I don't have better news, Asal. That's what it looks like, but it seems as though, you know, out of this, I sense that there could be a friendship still. I feel that, you know, all is not lost. And you never know what the future will hold. This is not a, you know, never say never kind of thing. But right now, I don't see love in the cards.
All right.
And so that's what we have for you. And we're on Divine You.
Yes, I'm seeing it, Gina. Combobulated as opposed to discombobulated. I didn't even see that coming. That is a cool name. Cool name.
That's so funny.
All right, so we're on to our next.
Divine You.
All right, Divine You.
Waiting on Divine You. You can type your question after Divine You. Is Aaliyah, Angel Mary, Gina, Levi, Libra Cusp, Kimbo,
Combobulated.
It's just that kind of day for me, people. And Laura's just visiting, so we'll just put that down. You're welcome, Estelle.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right. I'll get the names right eventually if you stick around. So, and feel free, people who have not subscribed, to subscribe, because that way you can turn on notifications and know when we go live each week. All right, I got to pet Sonny or he will get...
Oh, an interview. Well, good luck, of course.
Oh, will I get the job? Well, I think that's going to be a 3... Well, let's do yes, no. Do you want to use one of my... Let me use one of my decks.
Okay.
And let's see what we get and see if we need to go into more detail. We will also be offering some brief yes-no questions as part of our offerings for, but it'll be something like, you know, a package of 3 or 4 yes-no questions, something like that. All right.
Yes, good luck indeed.
That's awesome news, Divine You.
I admit I pulled a card and I saw the Nine of Wands, and I think that means you're going to hold your own there.
Which one, the 9?
9 of Wands.
Upright?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it does mean hopefully you have prepared well. And, you know, as long as you are prepared and relaxed and go in there with confidence.
And it seems to suggest
it's a good
that.
sign. Wow.
Well, I don't know if you've asked anybody else in the reader community, but we're going to call you first and say, yes, it looks really positive, Divine You.
You have the
3
Ace of Pumpkins, which is good upright. You have the Ace of Ghosts. That's reversed. And then you have the Ace of Air, the Ace of Bats, and that is upright.
But
what?
The only thing that's important to really consider is that what it means is that the 3 aces indicate high probability of yes. It doesn't matter that any of them are reversed or not. So it really seems like this is like the best possible yes to your question.
Well, we might want to go in a little depth to see what more it will say. But it looks like a definite yes. I would say that at the very least, you are going to present yourself very well tomorrow. So I think things are looking positive in that regard. You will look good to them. And I think that's half the battle. So let's take a look at a little bit more depth here. We're going to throw a few more cards.
And Combobulated is also having an interview tomorrow, too. So we will also wish you luck. And we'll see what your question is when we get to you, of course. But very nice. Good luck to everyone who's looking for jobs.
Same situation of looking for a job. I don't know. Are you actually getting an interview tomorrow, Kim?
She says something about the same situation.
Right. Well, going for an interview.
Did I already shuffle?
We're not this time. Not. We're doing a few extra.
I know.
Sonny's just lays in here, which I like.
Yes.
I think we have defeated
Stay
him.
there, Sonny. Don't come on the board here.
Interesting. Okay.
I'll say.
Well, we have some reversals, but I want to get into that a little bit. So we have the Ace of Imps. Whoops.
Sorry.
Ace of Imps, and that's the Ace of Wands reversed. We have the Seven of Imps, and that's reversed. So I think, and then the Sun reversed. So I think here the key is to not let them throw you on anything. You know, go in there relaxed and confident, and don't let any of their questions throw you. I sense that, you know, you might have a little worries going into this. Also, if once you're in it, you know, I do think you might get an offer for this job. What is the 7? Oh, yeah, the 7 of Imps. So basically, I don't know if this is something divine. Is this something right in your wheelhouse, or is this like something where maybe you'll have to develop some skills along the way, and maybe you're a little bit concerned about, you know, whether you will be able to meet their requirements?
I'm getting that sense of that too, that you're going to have a little bit of some confidence feelings about whether you're prepared enough. You mostly are. I think that this means too that probably this offer's coming, but I think you might feel a little nervous because I feel like there'll be a delay with that offer coming to you. So it's always possible that maybe they offer to somebody else who doesn't take it and then they get around to you or the other person. I don't think it's that per se. I just think it's mostly a matter of them taking some time to re-review, and then when they go through it, they realize you really are the best person they've interviewed.
Yeah. I just think there might be some kind of delay or little stumbling block that might put you ill at ease, but ultimately I think it's going to work out. I do, because the other cards were so positive.
Well, good luck with that then. You sound pretty confident. So
just getting it passed through HR. Well, that's where there could be some red tape. I know that. Our HR department can be very slow sometimes and hard to get things through.
Another idea that occurs to me about this one is that maybe it's just a matter also too of how they gauge your personality, if they feel you might be too eager or not eager enough. So in other words, an even keel isn't necessarily your best friend, but neither is underappreciation or overappreciation. It's a fine balance.
So we have the Lenormand here. We have the stars. It's funny they didn't come up with anything spooky for the stars. I don't know how you could, though. And the Frankenstein, which is actually the bear in this deck. And this is really interesting to me because basically, Divine You, what this is saying is that there is a lot of hope. It's almost as if this job is going to be really satisfying for you. And Frankenstein is basically, the bear is saying that as far as, you know, financially goes, it'll put you in a really good position. You know, a very stable position. Everything seems really positive here. And also, the bear is a card of personal empowerment as well. You're going to feel so much better in this job than you have felt in a while.
Thanks for saving something for me to say, Banshee. That's what I was going to say. But yes, I feel that the potential for self-empowerment, for feeling empowered, for feeling like what a boost to your ego when you land this job. You're going to feel really good about it. And
pocketbooks, look at that. Yeah, I see it here. So that's good news, Divine You. I hope it works out. But that's what the tarot say.
Very cool. Hi, Patton.
Patton. Welcome.
Welcome.
I saw you talking about Apple stuff on the in Twitter today. We have a nice new silver gray laptop. Oh, they're mine.
That's
Why am I giving them to you?
So let's move on to our next one then.
So, Patton, if you want a reading, I've got you at the bottom of the list. It is not a very long list.
You're welcome.
You bet. We're Apple fans all the way. So we have Divine You. We got you done. We've got Aaliyah, and then Angel Mary, Gina, Levi, Libra Cusp, Kimbobulated, and Patton.
All right.
All right.
We'll get to you in a little bit,
We'll
hopefully.
get to you, Patton.
Yep.
I'm sure we will. You know, Thursdays are a little bit of a slower night lately for us, so it's good you came tonight because we'll be able to fit everybody in without a problem. All right, so we are waiting on Aaliyah. So good to see you back, Aaliyah. I hope things are better with what's been going on with you.
I'm going to take a moment to eat another pumpkin.
Mr. Sunman wants to play. I'm going to get my magic wand, which he likes to play with. Silly kitty.
Are you reading that?
Oh, not yet. Oh, gee. You're worried about Megan. So is he lashing out at everybody or Megan specifically? Just out of curiosity there, Aaliyah.
We didn't find the Thanksgiving one yet. It just doesn't seem to be in the market just yet. We're finding Autumn Mix and another one, Pumpkin Patch or something like that.
Right. I haven't actually been shopping around as much because sadly the COVID numbers are going up in my state. So we're trying to minimize our trips out. But maybe we'll be able to find a place to order it from. I wonder if I can get it from Amazon, for example.
And I think, considering this question about
thanks,
Damien, Jim. I would like to use my Vampire Tarot.
Oh, gosh, that's funny. Yeah.
So?
Well, I just got these Halloween Lenormand a month or two back, and I also got one for Yule. So there's a Christmas version of the Lenormand, which is really adorable as well.
Okay, Aaliyah, that's interesting.
Okay, that is interesting. Yeah. Okay, Patton. Yeah, I think I will find it, and I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest with you. But I'll give it a try. It is candy after all, right?
It sounds almost so familiar, like maybe I had some last year or some season, and it doesn't taste like turkey with corn syrup. It just sort of is a flavor. I mean, all these things, when they say, oh, cherry flavor, you look at the package, artificial. It's an approximation of what the producer thinks you will think is cherry.
Okay.
Or turkey.
Well, I don't know. They do
whatever.
Some interesting things now with candy. So
artificial. It's all artificial.
Okay, Mr. Jelly Bean Boy.
Artificial.
Okay.
I know my jelly beans are made with genuine artificial ingredients.
I'm going to let you pull the cards and put them up.
You betcha.
So let's see.
Want to look at that question one more time?
Oh, oh, did you see the Halloween movie? That's awesome, yeah. Laura was saying about the we used props. Yeah, I found those teeth for that vampire one I created. That was pretty awesome.
We're probably going to run that again later in the month.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 3 cards, Aaliyah. We have the reversed 8 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups upright, and then, ooh, that's a little scary, the 4 of Pentacles upright.
Yeah, and I think you can see here with this 4 of Pentacles, Aaliyah, somebody is really possessive. Somebody is really, trying to possess or control someone or a bunch of people. They're right there.
Full spectrum dominance.
The 8 of Pentacles indicates, too, that, something is not working out right. I mean, I think they are working to be disruptive.
Well, I actually wonder if this says that there's a hidden thing that he can't really get out. He's internalized some rage or something because he has something bad going on with this card. And maybe it's like he's failing at a job, he's failing at education or student, or something is just not working. This seems to be a card of saying, like,
that's interesting that you say that.
Talents are not being appreciated, and maybe there's a good reason, or maybe there's not.
So he's taking it out in his social circles.
With people that supposedly he cares about, his emotional circle, or some people that he cares about. I'm not sure if we're answering the question. Let me
Yeah,
go back
I
to
am
that.
not completely sure either, but let me go back to it just a minute here.
How long is he going to keep doing this?
I think it's continuing right now.
Right. I mean, this says it's the coming or going of a matter involving emotions. And of course, it doesn't necessarily mean it's always good emotions. So it seems like it's just present there. I'm going to just randomly.
Well, here's another thing, Mr. O. I just want to bring up. There's 2 pentacle cards here. So do you think that means kind of like.
A long time?
This is going to keep going for a while, I think. Ooh.
Well, until he loses his drive or his energy, because I have the Chariot reversed, and I'm thinking this means until
Or his ambition.
somebody derails him, somebody pulls him off the track. So it may just go on until somebody really does that thing. And I don't know that I want to say you're the one that has to do that thing, but
I think it's Megan. Megan's just going to have to decide when she's had enough.
Let's do a reading about that. Let's ask if it should be her to just set him aside. Do you want to do that real quick?
A yes, no? Is that what you want to do? Okay. I just want to be clear. But
'Cause
I wanted
I'm
to
getting
do
that
a
sense.
Lenormand, but I guess
You can
I'll
do that too,
after.
yes.
I'll do it after. Okay.
Should Megan just really read the riot act to this guy, or should Megan, is she the key to getting this put into its place? Because I sort of feel that Chariot says he's going until he's derailed, until he loses his drive, which to me the Chariot is a drive.
Well, I agree with you on that. You can't hurt people you're supposed to love. So the question is, does he really love Megan? But I feel that sometimes people, they have such anger in their lives that they can't, let's say you can't let it out at work because you'll lose your job. So you lash out at somebody else in your life where you feel you can get away with it, which is not healthy.
There's a reason why there was a song called Tainted Love. Obsessive love is possibly love, but it's just not love that's really going to serve anything good. Go ahead and cut, and you can go ahead and count. Right. Now, this is just a quickie to suggest that we're saying, is Megan the one that needs to kind of pull this in or derail this? And you know her better. Maybe you know already that that's not going to happen, but we just want to see if that's what should happen from the card's point of view. And then we'll do a quick Lenormand to sum it all up.
Oh boy.
Megan is not the one to do this.
No.
Or Megan cannot do this. We have 3 cards.
Megan is unable to do it, I feel.
3 of Pentacles reversed.
That's what's telling me it.
Yes. King of Pentacles upright.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
And the 8 of Wands reversed, which seems to indicate that there's no energy for this in this situation. There's no energy to move this or to deal with this.
Well, I
No
feel
will.
as though, well, I'm looking at that energy card and I'm sensing something else here. I'm feeling like she doesn't feel empowered enough to do it. That she doesn't have the power or the will to do it or the drive. And it's basically because he's so dominating. He's a very dominant influence on her.
Which we know.
Yeah. And right there, it's just no, she's not going to be able to do this.
No, she lacks her own confidence, and or yours may not be the only voice she listens to. You may be one of her better friends, but I get the feeling like maybe there are some other people who maybe say, oh, well, you should just, put up with it. Oh, you should just let it go. Basically codependents or enablers. So that answers that question. Megan is not the person to take care of this. And I'm sorry if that was a sidetrack that I shouldn't have done, maybe. Sorry. But we're going to do a Lenormand now and see where that goes. Yeah. I agree. Oh, my goodness. Oh. It could be. I mean, it sort of feels like that. And I personally don't feel there's anything wrong with you doing it, but it just seems like we're dealing with somebody who really has some issues.
I don't have much to add here other than, look, you have the Headless Horseman, which is the rider in this Lenormand deck, and then you have Lady Pumpkinhead. So I think you're going to be hearing some news about or from Megan soon relating to this situation. There's going to be some news coming in, and I don't know what that is. It's a very neutral kind of, you know, what do I want to say here? Layout. You know, the two cards. They're very neutral. So it's not giving me a clue, but obviously from the other cards we've shown you, I think, you know, you're going to get a hint of what this is about. That maybe she's just going to say, it is what it is, and, you know, I love him, or whatever, and I'm going to deal with it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's going to be what you want to hear, Aaliyah.
We can't necessarily change other people unless they're willing to change themselves. And you probably know that, but it's just going to have to be also what you look at in yourself too, that it's not really a situation you're going to be able to change, and you need to make sure you're safe in all of this too, and maybe eventually be there to help pick up the pieces at some point.
Oh, so good luck. You know, I wish the best for Megan as well. This is difficult. I hate when relationships go toxic like that.
Well, I just hate
I also hate
men
when,
with rage.
Well, I hate when relationships interfere with good friendships too, you know, because that shouldn't happen. That just shouldn't happen. But oftentimes it does. And so, Angel Mary, I see you posted a question. Well, I didn't see anything inherently dangerous there, Aaliyah, but I will say that idea of possessing someone and possessiveness is not a healthy thing for a relationship. You know, obviously this individual is very controlling, and sometimes that does have toxic ramifications. So that's all I can say. But good luck with that. So Angel Mary wants to know what's coming in love life in the next 3 months.
Got a deck?
I do.
All right.
Okay, you shuffle. Mr. O. I'm a single Pringle ready to mingle now. Wow, you're a little rhymer there, Patton.
There once was a young man who was single, who said he was kind of a Pringle.
But now that he's ready to mingle...
Well, that was a limerick, so the rhyme needed to change on the next line there.
Oh, doggone it. Gotcha, son man. Think you're going to pull that on me. We're busy here. Stay right there.
Oh, a Scottish saying.
Oh, really? Okay.
Is that like the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain?
Well...
Which is probably not Spanish.
We have the Six of Cups here for the first card.
It was reversed.
I know. This one? Yeah, I know. We have the Ten of Cups, but it was reversed. And then we have the Knight of Wands, and that one is upright.
Well, there's some adventuring going on, or, you know, some sort of, you know, friends coming into your life, maybe a new friend maybe coming into your life, or something like that. I'm also seeing some indulgence in past memories, and maybe the possibility that this leads to a reflection of where things were unhappy before. But I'm hoping it's not saying that you're just dwelling on things, because you should be just working on making your own happiness. I'm just wondering if maybe this could also indicate too that maybe a friend or a different person you've known before, maybe from childhood, but maybe from a while ago, is coming back to you in friendship ways of some sort. I'm not sure how the Ten of Cups plays into that. Do you want to give me a clue maybe, or what do you think?
Well, I'm kind of thinking when I look at the Six of Cups and this Knight that, and the 10, I don't know. I'm wondering if somehow, some way this has to do with somebody from your past. Or maybe somebody, an old friend, an old acquaintance, a family member you haven't seen in a while is going to somehow bring you together with somebody. It could be a fire sign, it looks like. It could be a fire sign. And I have a feeling that if this is somebody from your past, it may involve something that either, there was a breakup or there was a separation, or this person has gone through that since you've known them. And
so in other words, maybe a person whose life changed after a relationship changed, but you knew them before, and maybe they're moving in a direction towards you. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a romantic direction, but it is something about friendship for sure.
Yeah, and or a friend is involved. See, I'm getting confused as to whether some friend is, going to come back from your past and it's through them you're going to meet somebody completely new, or if this is somebody from your past coming back. I guess that's where I'm a little kind of torn. Maybe, I don't know if this will come out in the Lenormand, but we can check on that. But that Ten of Cups reversed. So what were you thinking about that?
Well, I wasn't sure if it was what it was coming. I sort of felt it had more of a past connection, but I just wasn't sure where it was, like if it was from your past or from the past maybe of this other person who might be connected to you and coming back. I'm not really feeling this as an indicator for the future. Like, this is not saying, you're breaking up or your family's dissolving or something like that. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing it more like in the past. There's this Scottish food that's called haggis or something like that.
Haggis?
Haggis.
Is it Scottish?
I think it is, and I don't want that from what I've heard about it, so pass on that one.
Well, but Spain, I've never been to Spain. I have not been to Europe, really, and I don't know if I ever can with Mr. O. who has travel issues.
Go on your own.
Oh.
Let's go to another country that's just south of us, except it's north of us. Canada.
So I got the vampire here. Why did the vampire pop up? The vampire is the snake. And then the Book of Shadows, which is the book. So.
Wow.
I know. So I'm trying to figure it out. What it might mean, because snake isn't always a bad thing in a lot of other decks. It's about shedding skin and regeneration. But in the Lenormand, it sometimes has a sinister tone, like there's sneakiness or underhandedness going on. So I hate to say this, Angel Mary. I'm wondering if what's facing you in love is the potential of somebody coming in who may not be totally honest and may have more than one, their sights on more than just you.
Well, maybe what it's saying is that you're going to find out that this person, the book
has a past
that maybe you didn't realize from long ago, or maybe this is just talking about this. You might have known them in the past, but maybe not for some time.
And maybe it's about they were in a relationship and broken up. So I wonder if this is somebody who might have children from another marriage or something like that. Because, the Ten of Cups can be kind of a family-oriented card, I feel.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
So maybe their family dissolved for some reason, or they've had a parting with their family. So
I am not saying this person, Angel Mary, is a bad person, but they may be trying to hide some difficulties that they've had in their past that they don't want you to know about.
So I guess the overall answer is maybe something's happening, but you want to, check it out because maybe there are some aspects that won't come to light right away, and you may want to know those things.
Don't move too fast on this. Let everything go slowly so that some of this stuff can be revealed in time. So get to know this person really well if this should come about. And did you ask about, was it specifically like the next 3 months? Is that what it was?
I did.
Yeah, with love life in the next 3 months. So I don't think this is going to happen like super soon, but probably by the end of the 3 months. Maybe, let's see, what is this? This is October, maybe January or late December. That's what I see.
Okay.
Anything you want to add?
No, I think I'm good here.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's what we have today with the cards, Angel Mary. I hope that helps. And Gina, you are up. Hope you're still with us, Gina. Yeah, it was an interesting reading.
There were some definite things that felt vague to me. Like I just really felt that one card wasn't really going into the future, but maybe it's something you find out in the future that's important. Like you find that out in the future, but it already had happened. I know that's confusing, right?
Back to the Future. Silly.
We could use that for our slogan, except there's a copyright.
You can get vegetarian haggis, Mr. O.
Oh,
And he is kind of borders on vegetarian sometimes.
I guess so, but I would have to know what exactly that vegetable is.
Why, you're so much more adventurous than me.
You know what? I've been around some folks who cook vegan. I've had some really awesome vegan food. I've had some pretty good vegetarian food. I was briefly a vegetarian before I met you-know-who.
And then I destroyed that. No.
Not exactly.
Not exactly. So Gina, you're with us, aren't you? Sunny is playing with my magic wand.
You're very welcome.
Oh my, I hope we didn't lose Gina. Give her another moment. Did she say she was taken off?
I don't know.
Gonna go look. I know she said hi Patton at one point. And I know she commented on Kim's name before that.
Yes, we do have a PO, so I will give you that. In fact, I'll give that for everybody. I'll just type it in. If anybody wants to send us anything in the mail, the regular mail, it's...
Nothing dangerous. Okay, Gina, I'm going to type your name, and if you're not there, we're going to move on. Maybe something happened.
Well, it's a short enough list that if Gina shows up again, we can squeeze her back in probably.
Hey, that post office box number.
Whoops. It's the wrong one.
Uh-oh. Sorry. I thought it was odd because it's a 9.
Yeah, it's not. I know which one it is. It's...
All right, I think I've given Gina enough time. I'm going to move on. I'll put Gina at the... Oh, there you are. Just in time, Gina.
Oh, it wasn't the post office box that was wrong. It was the zip code.
Oh.
1242 adds up to 9.
It's a 9 number?
Told you this months ago.
How come I didn't realize that?
You did. You just forgot.
Okay, Gina, let's see. What do you got? General reading for the coming weekend. Oh, biscuit. All right.
And one of my decks again?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's use the Ibis.
Okay, general for this weekend.
General for this weekend. How was last weekend?
Yeah, it sounded like you had a great time. I don't think I mention that to Mr. O there.
She doesn't tell me anything.
I tell him lots of things. And you know, we were just talking about it. Now that we have our own laptops, we could go on Twitter at the same time and start chatting with each other there.
We could have a flame
Making
war with each other.
Crazy.
Mr. O didn't say that. Banshee said that.
So I don't know. The future could get very strange. No, thank you, Patton. That'd be nice of you to send something. You don't have to.
If it's anything that might be perishable, you may want to tip us off because
Yeah.
I don't go there every other day. It may be only once a week, so...
Yeah, we haven't been getting a lot of mail yet because we really haven't started up the business in earnest,
But that's the address you should use.
but it is coming.
P.O. Box 1242, Southgate, Michigan, 48195. Okay, 3 cards for the weekend.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I see this deck has upright
Yes.
reverse so you can tell them. Whoa. Wow. So let me see here. So we have, first up, is these, oops,
Go ahead.
these 6 of scepters, which
That's
is
wands.
the wands. I knew that. Thank you, Mr. O. And then we have reversed the Tower. Yeah, that gets a big hum from me. And then we have the Master of Scepters, which is the King of Wands. So I don't know if you plan on seeing a gentleman this weekend, but it's possible, or being in
Thank you,
touch with
Patton.
one. The only thing here that's troubling to me is this Tower card. This Tower card is reversed, and it's kind of indicating that, yeah, I know you're, ooh.
We're reading.
Yeah, we know you're here. We're reading for you. So the Tower card is reversed, and I kind of feel like there's a lesson. There's something that needs to be thought about more, that, you know, maybe an experience you've gone through that you need to process. You need to do some processing this weekend on something, because you're liable to repeat some cycle that maybe is not worth repeating. If that makes sense.
The 6 and the King of Wands both seem to indicate that there are things about mastery, about victory, about being in charge, and how you wield power or how you move power. I did say scepters, right?
Yes.
So that's wand energy. So it's a fire energy. So it's these questions of that. But with the Tower reverse, that's saying that's really where your lesson of, or you're looking to see what the lesson you should be learning is your wielding of power, or your being in charge of things. Does it advantage you as much as you want it to? Is it possible that maybe the head that wears the crown, you know, sort of wears it uneasily, that it's not easy always being in charge, and that maybe some of this is about you looking at what it is you have autonomy over that is beyond yourself, and whether, you know, you are effective there, or whether it really negates or gives you internal lessons that you feel you need to learn.
Well, you know, because forward movement, which I think the 6 of Wands is kind of about in a way.
Okay.
It's a victory.
Sure.
You know, he's riding a horse and moving forward. Sometimes these victories have a price, you know, and there's things that you need to take in from that. And you also need to think about those who helped you get to where you are, you know, those who have helped you along the way. And are you treating them with the respect that they deserve, I guess? I don't know.
But I remember, most things are always a perspective. And in this Tower reversed, the two persons, a pharaoh and a servant or whatever, falling, don't seem to be distressed. They're actually just standing up. So it's a matter of perspective too. And so sometimes the lesson you learn isn't necessarily something that will hurt you. It just may be something you need to understand. And it's not a painful lesson. It's just a lesson that brings a sense of enlightenment, which really is a good thing about the Tower, mostly in its upright form.
In its upright form. So in its reversal form, we have to be sure we're not missing that message.
I'm just saying they look like they're ready to get down and party.
Well, you know what? But now it's interesting because
walk like an Egyptian.
You know, and it's interesting the way they did that, because obviously, if this card was upright, you see that they're not. They're topsy turvy. They're turned over, and so it is something that has really rocked their world. When it's reversed, it's basically saying, well, you know, you're still standing. But what have you really gained out of this? Have you gained the perspective and the knowledge and the information that you really need? So I don't know. I have a feeling that this weekend is about a learning experience of some sort.
And it may be that just something really will challenge what it is you have autonomy over. And maybe you'll say, yeah, I could let that go. I don't need to have such firm control over that. I could loosen up that a little bit.
So let me see. So if you're not meeting a gentleman this weekend or having a conversation with somebody, because that King of Wands could be that, this is all about you then.
Did you meet any cool fire people last weekend?
Well, here you are, Lady Pumpkinhead. There you are, Gina. And you are looking at this fountain of blood, which is the park. So I do feel that somehow or another this has to do with, are you running around again with people this weekend? Because this seems to indicate some socializing going on. Maybe going to some social event where some of this is going to transpire.
Yeah, I get the feeling that that's what it is that somewhere in your social, meanderings this weekend, whether they're virtual or not, this lesson will present itself to you. Probably by somebody who only has your best intentions at heart, is my feeling, a corollary to you in a way.
And looking at all this fire energy here, it could very well be a fire sign is involved in this, man or woman, if there is another person.
No man in the plan.
No man. Last weekend was witchy and magical. Wow, that sounds like a great weekend to me.
Alrighty.
Well, that's what we have for you, Gina. I hope that makes some sense. Because it seemed a little out there. A little out of the norm for you, I'd say. You're not one to ignore messages that come your way, so...
What'd you do with the rest of my deck?
That would be surprising. I stole it, Mr. O. You want your deck back?
You like it, don't you?
I do.
It is pretty. Pretty colors.
Well, and I like some of the symbology. I like what they did with the tower there. I think that's very cool. Okay, Libra's got their question up already. But you know what, Libra? You're not up yet. Levi is before you. It's Levi and then Libra. So, Levi, you are up and then Libra cusp. But we'll keep that question for you, okay, Libra?
Good for you, Patton. Yes.
Combobulated and then Patton.
It's our aura. It just radiates outward, sending peace and love and happiness to all. I
don't know why, anybody would be getting good vibes off of me today, because, it's been a week. And I didn't even mention the fact that one day this week was the last day for 2 of my coworkers. And, there's been all sorts of changes going on at my workplace. And it was just kind of sad the way that things went down with that. And like I said, it's just been a very unusual week of ups and downs. You want to talk about the Wheel of Fortune, or you want to talk about, I don't know, like the Wheel of Fortune going up and down. That's me.
And we have our question from Levi.
All right.
What's coming towards you?
Okay, Levi. Let's do the Edgar Allan Poe deck, which is mixed up. Why? Why did I do that? Okay. To the victor goes the spoils.
Is Dr. Victor going to show up? We haven't seen him in a week or two, I think. Couple sessions.
Nope. Well, I think he actually came last Thursday and said hi. One of those days he came in and said hi.
Okay, I might have forgotten that. Rock on! Yeah!
Yeah, and we lost Van Halen this week. Eddie Van Halen. What a week!
And the singer Johnny Nash, who is 80 or 81, he died earlier this week too. So probably known more in the Motown Soul era, I think. What's coming for Levi? What's coming towards him?
Okay. We have there's an 8 of Wands again, and it's reversed. Is that Wands? Yes. Almost thought it was Swords, just had to look about it. But here's the High Priestess upright. Aww. And the 2 of Cups upright.
Oh, that's sweet.
It is sweet. Well, I think, Levi, what's coming towards you is maybe a little bit of burnout, maybe a little bit of exhaustion. Maybe you've been spreading yourself a little bit thin and you need a break, or you need to recoup some of that energy. It could also indicate that maybe, well, I should leave that for you, but I don't know if you'd say it. Well, I'll leave it and see if you say it. The High Priestess, though, seems to indicate to me that your intuition is really going to be strong, within these next, I'd say, 2 to 3 months. This is a time, and of course, this is a time of year when the veil is thin. So a lot of messages or dreams or different things could be coming through to you. The High Priestess energy is really strong, so that means that your intuition is more than likely going to be on target with stuff. I'll leave it there, and I'll go into the 2 after.
Are you possibly up to some esoteric type projects or situations where maybe you're just working with some energies, you're meditating more, you're doing your own cards, things like that? Because I get the feeling like that energy exhaustion is because you've been really busy doing this stuff here with, trying to poke into your self-consciousness, trying to look within for answers or trying to understand things. So this has been very or this is where you're going. This is where you're leading into, of course, because that's how you asked the question, that these things are going to become a little bit more spotlight in your life. And I think where that's going to is that maybe on some level, and I don't know if you're really in a relationship right now or not. I know you've mentioned a child, but I'm feeling like this is moving towards some sort of meeting of the minds, meeting of the hearts. Some integration. Maybe it's an integration of parts of those aspects of subconscious and conscious. But it could also mean, too, that maybe you're meeting somebody who's really qualifies as soulmate, or somebody who's just kindred to you. Maybe some of this is what that's about, is your voyaging, or your work is leading you towards that, or it's leading you towards the idea of that within yourself.
So sometimes, Levi, when I read these cards, sometimes I see a pattern through all of them. And sometimes, especially when somebody's asking what's coming
Hi, Irish.
Hey, Irish. I'll add you to the list.
He's just saying hi.
Oh, you're just saying hi. Okay, hey, good to see you. Definitely.
Or we can do a reading. We're not super busy tonight.
So anyway, Levi, sometimes I read them as a whole. Sometimes I break it up, especially if you just want to know what's coming towards you. So I kind of feel these 2 cards maybe don't go together, but maybe they do. I like the idea of that this might be integrated with that maybe something, your metaphysical, your spiritual self is really becoming more integrated into your everyday life, and there's this coming together of those aspects of your life.
I mentioned a relationship because a lot of times the 2 of Cups might talk about an actual relationship, but I didn't feel that way. That's why I kind of put that out there like that. I just sort of feel this is more about what's going on inside yourself. It still doesn't disallow that maybe something else is happening or could happen.
Right. And Obviously, I would also say that if you were in a relationship, there could be a deepening, a bonding going on, or you would be meeting somebody possibly that you feel really connected with in that manner. But I kind of don't get that either here. I do sense that this Eight of Wands is just be mindful that the next couple of months, 2 to 3 months, is going to be a time where, you know, you could possibly feel depleted. Your energy reserves just are not there. So try to do what you can to boost yourself, either with right eating or exercise to get, you know, to keep yourself fit.
Relax and listen to your inner self, too.
There's definitely some doors opening here, and that, I believe, is connected to that. So that's what we see for you there. Let's
throw
some Lenormand.
2 Lenormand for you. Oh, no kidding, Gina. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. You mentioned that on Twitter. I think I mentioned it to Mr. O. You were a DJ, right?
Well, Van Halen was one of those bands that we never got around to seeing.
Right.
They weren't in our top tier of we got to go see that.
But we liked them.
Yeah. I remember there was a cover band probably shortly before I met you that I used to go to a famous bar lounge in Detroit area, and the cover band always played a lot of Van Halen. I remember rocking out there one time, running with the devil.
Don't sing, Mr. O. Little Goblin. That's the child card.
Oh.
And then an old letter. It says beware, but I mean, it's just a letter.
Right, that's just for
the
the Halloween
version.
Yeah.
So go ahead. I'll let you go first if you want. I see your...
Well, I guess maybe some of this is tied into the fact that somehow, some way, you're also getting some actual notice or letter or information that may want you to move slowly with baby steps, appreciated, integrated. It's kind of like maybe what we're talking about. Do I have that backwards?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Actually, you're kind of going where I was going to go with this. You know, it does say it's a letter, but it's about news and information. And since we are talking about the psychic realm here, and there is the child, it is saying make sure that you don't rush into areas or avenues that you're not prepared for psychically. That's one thing. But also it's saying that you might get small little signs and tidbits through dreams or messages, synchronicities. Keep yourself open to receiving messages, because I do think something's trying to come through, but it's going to come in little bits. You know, it's not going to come all at once. So it sounds like an interesting time, Levi, actually. I think you're going to develop more psychically for sure.
Very interesting.
Use those talents wisely.
So that's what we have.
That's what we have for you. And Libra Cusp wanted to know what's coming towards them.
And briefly, speaking of messages, last night I was almost asleep.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all of a sudden I jarred awake, and because I thought I heard my mom's voice saying, "Hey," my name. And I woke up like...
He says to me, "Did you call me?" And I'm like, "No."
And then I said it sounded like my mom's voice. So naturally I called my mom today, and she was fascinated with that. Then I told her that about 2 years ago, the same thing happened. I was just sitting downstairs, and all of a sudden, I heard a voice call my name, just the way my mom would say it. It sounded just like her voice. Naturally, of course, when it's around October, I think, is this an omen? Don't know what it was. Somebody.
Oh, something. Blah. You
Hi,
can
Blah.
absolutely be added to the list, Blah. All right, so we're on Libra Cusp, who wanted to know what's coming in their life.
Did we use your cards or mine?
We used mine.
Libra Cusp. What's coming?
Pretty sure.
I don't know.
We did. Okay, so Libra Cusp is up, and then Combobulated, Patton, Irish Capricorn. If you want a reading, you're there. If not, that's fine. And then Blah. So we have a very short list tonight. Thursdays have been like that lately. We don't know why. Sundays, we've just got 1 million people coming in. So Thursdays seem to be night you can get in for a reading. And this month, on a Saturday, we're going to do a special pop-up live stream, maybe for about an hour, hour and a half, where we will be offering past life readings, which we don't do too often, but sometimes we get asked by people. And so I thought during the Halloween season, we'd do a special live stream. Don't think it's going to be this week. Maybe it's going to be closer to Halloween.
Did we say it would be the 24th?
I think we said maybe the 24th.
The Saturday before Halloween. And Patton, it was like 12:20 when I went to bed last night. I never stay up that late on a weeknight. And I was just so tired. And then it was like 10 minutes later was when I woke up with that, oh, it's my mom's voice.
Well, Patton, you know, if you have notifications turned on, you'll get it. I don't know when we're going to do it. It'll probably be like morning here, like late morning, 11 o'clock maybe to 12:30, something like that.
I had already shuffled them.
Okay. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And we have the King of Cups reversed, the Two of Cups.
Oh, that came up again.
Pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And Judgment.
I will, Patton. Okay, I'll keep it in mind. Wow.
So it seems like there's a decision about relationships, perhaps, or you have decided, or you will have to decide about either a relationship or just about a friendship or about harmony, where you see it going. That seems to be good, but the King of Cups seems to indicate maybe that there is a sense of someone who's not appreciating the emotions, or somebody who is not feeling as kind. This could be yourself. This could be somebody in your environment. Maybe somebody who is having a hard time understanding your feelings for them, or understanding their feelings for you, or maybe they're somewhere else in the environment for you.
Well, I'm looking at that Two of Cups and the Judgment card there and thinking to myself that this is some kind of karmic relationship either coming towards you or that maybe you are grappling with right now. And it's kind of upsetting the apple cart a little bit here. I feel like your emotions are a little bit on edge in dealing with this relationship right now. You feel that maybe there's some I don't know whether you want to let go of a relationship or you want to start a relationship, but you're just feeling like there's some
questions.
There's some karma associated to this whole thing. And so how you respond to it's going to be really crucial. So, just try to make sure you maintain emotional balance through this, because I think that's important to make or break this situation.
Right. The King of Cups, when they're upright, tends to be more of that personality that you want to try to be.
Yeah, we got to turn that king right side up. And Judgment just indicates to me that there's an awakening. There's some kind of awakening going on here, too. Did you bump that camera?
I did. God, you always have to notice the little stuff.
It moved like that. To me, that wasn't little. So it's just amazing to me that this has come up here. It just seems like there is a karma or an awakening attached to some relationship that either you are starting or wanting to finish. And there's a lot of emotional instability associated with this. Maybe it just catches you off guard, the intensity of the whole thing.
It's a decision, but it's not really a mundane decision. It really goes into the deep core of your heart and how you want to be a more spiritual person and how you want to understand what your spirituality means for all those aspects of your life. Athena, goddess of the night waves, I swear allegiance.
That sounds awesome, Gina. Athena was one of my favorite goddesses for a long time.
Absolutely. I always like strong women,
Do you?
Oh, yes.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
They're better at protecting me than I am.
Whoa! All right, Libra cusp, I have the dagger, which is the cross in this deck. And let's throw in the coffin. Wow. That's pretty heavy stuff. It's showing me that something has to come to an end. So I'm wondering now if this whole thing is about a relationship ending and the implications thereof. And there's some grief. There is some sorrow attached to this. There is some emotionality. So it just does not look like this is easy for you.
No, it isn't. And I think it's playing out over several weeks or longer still, you know, the various aspects of it. It's just nothing that can be cut and dried, to pardon the pun. It really is something that is full scale, you know, emergence into what the spiritual lessons will be from this for you.
Well, and there are lessons, and also there is moving on from there. But I think it's kind of a painful parting of sorts. And from there, you know, some great awakening will be achieved. You know, it's maybe you have finally seen the light and you know what you have to do now.
Patton, just be a god or a goddess and I'll swear allegiance to you too.
Yeah, that's right. So Libra Cusp, good luck with this. I hope this makes some sense to you. This seems pretty powerful, the message here.
Yeah,
so.
And it's hard to say, but I'm saying this is showing up within a few weeks or so, and it may drag on for a little bit. Not months and months, but maybe a few more weeks. I'm not sure.
Well, absolutely good luck with that, Libra. And hey, Kimbobulated, you are up. And after that is Patton finally. Irish if you're still here, and blah.
You're like Hephaestus to me, or somebody like that, you know, like the...
Patton?
Yeah, he's kind of like Hephaestus, you know, like a tinkerer. He makes things and stuff. Oh. Yes, I can totally relate to that, Kimbobulated.
I think we both can. Although maybe not so much toxic. It's just the way they do business, let me just say.
Okay, do you have a deck in mind?
Yeah, we'll do this one. Well, let's try first if you'll get the job, and let's see if we can do something else after that, because I see there's two parts to that.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first we're going to ask a yes-no question and see if you will get this job.
No, you're not, Patton. You're not.
Oh, Patton, I doubt it.
You're probably a lot handier with tech than we are.
I'm going to have to think about what god you would portray here. I'll need some time on that one.
Hermes.
Well, maybe somebody from the UK, the British, or Scottish, or whatever pantheon's there.
Well, when you decide, I'm ready to swear my allegiance.
Go.
And we do want to wish you luck, Kim, and also Divine You, if you're still hanging around, with your interviews and your overall job process. It's very important right now that people figure out how they can get back to work and do the things that they need to do. Everyone. Because I know there's a few
I'm being
people.
retired, so to speak, so I will be leaving my environment come December. I'm kind of at peace with that. Wow, look at that came up again. What? Interesting. So we have the Three of Wands, and that is upright. Oh, wait. We're supposed to do yes, no.
Let's just shuffle over.
I want to breed these cards,
Okay.
though. I want to see
then we'll
what
do
they
that
have
afterwards.
to do. Yeah.
We'll do the three afterwards.
The Three of Wands are definitely you're looking towards something that you are hoping will come through for you, that will manifest. And the Ten of Cups is reversed. There is some unhappiness associated with this card. It indicates that maybe you don't get everything you want out of a particular situation. So if it's related to this job, it could be, whoa, wait a minute. No, I'm seeing something else here. All right, let me put these up here. So there's the Ten of Cups, and then we have the Six of Cups. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm not sure.
Okay, let me start. Okay. With this card here, the Six of Cups, I think we're looking at your past work experience here. And these are memories from the past, and they have not been very happy.
Yes.
I think these cards are talking about your past and how you are looking towards this new opportunity and hoping something is going to happen or develop. So now we'll do the yes, no, and see if you are going to get this job.
On its own, this Three of Wands is a good omen for you finding something in the future. That future could be very close. It could be not very close.
So I don't know why I did it. I lost myself, but
you were meant to do that.
I was meant to do that, I think. These things happen for a reason. I never think they don't.
Right, and sometimes that's the whole thing about reading the cards, is that a lot of times somebody will say, well, what's happening for me in a week or next 3 months? But the card is saying, no, this already happened, or it feels like it's from your past. And so I usually will just say that. So I hate to say not what you want, perhaps, but I'm just feeling like the card said, no, this didn't happen. This won't happen. This did happen.
That Six of Cups is definitely past memories. So that made me rethink where I was going with that. I could see what it was leading to. And it's leading to where you are right now.
Count them off, dearie.
All right. Think I got it this time. Well, it's leaning towards yes. It's not a definite yes. It's leaning towards yes.
It's more likely yes.
You've got two aces here, the Ace of Swords and this beautiful Ace of Wands upright. But the main card we got to read for you here, and I can't fit that in there, I'll just put it there, is this one, and it is the Lovers reversed. Oh, so when I'm thinking about an interview and I see the Lovers reversed, I oftentimes think, uh-oh, somebody is going to make a bad choice here. But who is that somebody? Is it the people that you're interviewing with, or is it you? In other words, is taking this job in your best interests? Clearly, if you need a job, you take what you get sometimes, but is this the right choice for you? And maybe through that interview, you may find some things out that weren't as...
Give you pause.
Yeah, might give you pause to think about it a little bit more.
Toxic environments are almost anywhere, and I don't want to say that as a way of saying people should just stick with their jobs and learn how to like them. I didn't want to do that. But I do feel like this could be saying that you just need to maybe try to find out more about this place that you interview with. If they call you back for more interviews, if they start talking business, try to take a temperature check on the emotionality and sensitivity of people towards each other. If you can do that, if you can get any kind of temperature check on that work environment, you might want to see that and know that, just to know that you're not necessarily exchanging one toxic place for another. But I don't see that clearly. Yeah, I'm just saying it's a need to be sure.
I'm not sure if that's really the problem or not. It may not be a matter of it being a toxic workplace. It just, is it the right fit for you? And that's what I'm concerned about.
Emotional happiness.
Yeah.
Will it give you emotional happiness, or will it give you not so much happiness?
So let's see what the Lenormand might add to this. Well, the Skeleton key is here, which is the key in the Lenormand. I love that card. And then you have the Pumpkin. And you know what the Pumpkin is, combobulated? It's the Clover card, which means to me that fate or chance or luck has something to do with what's happening here. I think that's a real positive sign that you are going to get this job, or you have good potential to get that job. It seems like things, you know, as far as timing and what they're looking for are going to click, but it's a matter of you deciding if this is really going to be the right move for you.
And I think now, to me, I agree with Banshee totally, but I think it puts a little clarification on that Lover's reverse, because maybe now what it's saying is that what you also find out too is that this is a job where maybe you don't have to have any kind of emotional relationships with other people, or you can take your time getting to know them. That maybe just the idea that you're there really to do the basic things, the work things, rather than have office romance or drama or whatever you want to call it in your life. So I thinking that helped me clarify what I felt about the Lover's reverse, because I didn't want to leave you with the idea that you were exchanging one bad thing for the other. I don't really know that that's true at all.
Yeah, I'm thinking in terms of, well, is this work that you will really get, you know, love to do, or is the pay right? Are the benefits right? Is there something there that you didn't realize in the beginning that you're going to find out that is just going to give you a little bit more pause? But I do think that the prospects are good for getting this job. So I wish you the best, Combobulated.
Good luck, Combobulated.
Oh, from home if you get it. No office politics. That sounds great right there.
And hi, January girl. I see you there.
Yeah, we've got you on the list, January girl. Don't worry. It's a short list. So that's what we have for you. I hope that helps. And I was going to do a Sunny cam, maybe.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Sunny has awoke. There he is.
Say hi, Sunny.
Yeah.
Hi, Sanal.
Oh, hey, Sanal. Well, I will add you. We'll see how we can do. We're in our last half hour now. All right, but we are on Patton. Patton, you are up. You're welcome, and
we have his question.
Good luck. Oh.
Will he get the new iPhone?
I saw you questioning that
so
on
I'm going to
Twitter.
use the Vampire Tarot. Because I know you would just bleed
the
to have that.
The Vampire Tarot, because you're getting sucked into another Apple product.
I didn't say that.
I have not bought their phones yet, but I do have this nice iPad that I got through my phone company. So I did do that, but...
Sunny is 6 and 6 months. 6 years and 6 months about. Yeah. He's a large cat. He's 17 pounds. He's gained a pound from a year ago. He's long and large. Oh, we love you too. Thank you so much. We appreciate all the support and love we get from people.
Okay.
And his sisters, they're the same age. They're all from the same litter, though they don't often come up and be in the show as much as him.
Well, Sunday we had them all up here at one point.
That's true, we did.
That was crazy.
Will you get the iPhone this year?
Oh my goodness. This is going to be a really tough one, Patton. It's leaning towards no, but this is really interesting. We ended up getting the Lovers, and it's reversed again. We just had that card in the last reading, I think, right?
Right, that was in Kim's reading.
And then, surprise, surprise, in this deck, we also got the Two of Cups. And
well, this one's reversed.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you go.
Well, it could just mean that it'll be the best of worlds, it'll be the worst of worlds, that you may feel like you're really in harmony with it, but you may also feel like you shouldn't have done it for other reasons, like maybe it just appealed to something.
Well, but it's leaning towards no, don't forget.
Well, then maybe you just have that relationship with it, like you just really want to have it, but you really sort of feel guilty about wanting to have it, so therefore you're not going to get it this year.
You are so into wanting to do it, you feel it. You feel it in your gut, but on the other hand, you realize that maybe this isn't the right time to do it, that maybe it's not the best choice right now, and it just seems like such an odd thing here because there's clearly a lot of love.
You harmonize totally to this.
But it just may not, you don't do it because it's just, there's something about the timing is not right.
Well, I don't know if it's the timing so much. It's just that it engenders other feelings that maybe are just for some reason not as
maybe
pleasant.
You don't feel it's the right choice for you at this time.
Okay, I could go with that. Okay.
Well, let's do the Lenormand and see what that can add to the equation, eh?
It could only get better, right?
I don't know. It can only confuse us more. Yeah, and it is. It's kind of like 50-50. It is. So, but it is leaning towards no, which means there is a window that you will change your mind. But how will you feel after that? Because that Lovers reversed makes me wonder if you'd be feeling it was a bad decision, Well, it's an interesting one to read for the iPhone. We've got the haunted house, which is the house. And then we have the spooky tree.
Every haunted house should have a spooky tree.
That's true. They go together, don't they? And I think what it means is that maybe you need to set your roots or your decision on something else, maybe related more towards your home or where you live as opposed to this iPhone.
Maybe somebody needs a new blender in the kitchen. I don't know, but
well, or maybe somebody needs something that will improve their health and well-being in the home, like getting an exercise bike, for example, which is all the rage now, or just something that would improve your feelings of health and well-being maybe will improve your surroundings and make you feel better about where you live.
Well, I also think, too, because you mentioned it, that she's right. You said something about, you'd like to approach being a model and an actor, and I can kind of see that just from your personality. So maybe, getting the kind of thing that would help you lose a few pounds or make your hair look better or something like that. Just something to improve yourself more is what's needed now. You need the growth more right now.
Yeah, to me, it seems as though this is saying you need to focus elsewhere.
Could be. Next year is right around the corner, so you could think about buying it on January 1st or 2nd if you had to.
Yeah.
Might be better sales, too.
Oh, there is that. I don't know. Apple's kind of funny about the way they...
So I know we kept you up late,
products.
But that's what we have for you, Patty.
Yeah, I hope that helped. I hope that was worth the wait, my friend. So anyway, we'll see you back in the Twitterverse. And Irish, you are up if you want a reading.
Hi, Irish. If you are here for a reading, I think you said you just were saying hi, but we have time to do a reading if you're interested.
So we'll just check if you're here, and after Irish is Blah, January, Girl, and Sonal. And we'll call it quits after that.
All right.
Hey, have a good night, Pat, and good talking to you.
Good talking, yes. And it's been fun here. We're winding down. We're in our last half hour, literally the last 20 minutes.
So we'll give Irish a few moments and just remind people that Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges is coming out tomorrow, the video, which will give you kind of a pulse beat on, the emotional outlook for the astrological signs of the zodiac for the week ahead.
And then 2 days later on Sunday, Banshee's Material Matters will do the same thing at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
For the money.
For the money.
And the business side of life.
She hopes to show you the money.
I'd love it myself. But at any rate, I usually am in the chat room during the video premiere. So if you join me at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning, you can sip coffee and chat with me in the chat room.
And Blah has put a question there, but I'm thinking that maybe Irish was just saying
hi.
hi.
Irish is not here because we would
So
have
if he shows up, we'll squeeze him in again.
Yeah.
But thanks for saying hi, Irish.
We'll move on to Blah. How will you see my house search going? Okay. Any description or details? That's a good question. All right. We haven't had one like that. One of your decks again?
Let's use the Fortuna.
Yeah. Okay.
Dame Fortune. This is kind of like based on some of the older Swiss decks, but with a lot of modern, situations added in there. The art is by the author Paul Husson, who has done a lot of things in the metaphysical world, herbology, Wicca, witchcraft, tarot cards. Fabulous personality, totally fabulous. So,
Okay.
You want to go ahead and count them?
This is not a
Whoops,
count.
I'm sorry.
I was just looking at the question again to be sure I didn't miss something.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Well, not sure what kind of a description we can get. We have the Knight of Swords reversed, but we can certainly tell you what you're going through with the process. The Seven of Cups is upright. And the Six of Swords is upright. This is very interesting. I do believe you're going to be moving. I would say within these next 3 months you're going to find something. But, it's narrowing it down that's the problem, isn't it? Or you're maybe having some problems because you can't quite focus on what it is you actually are looking for. Or maybe there's just too many choices. And that's the problem right now. And you really are going to have to focus and hone in on what you want to do. That might be causing some delays. Seeing some indecision. The Knight of Swords is reversed here. And it's kind of like you're having a hard time making a decision about either where or the type of home or property that you want.
It's also possible that there are some minor little things going on for you in other areas that kind of take time away from you from the search or from the consideration. It's nothing super impressive, but it just seems like some things are going back and forth that are possibly work related. So you might have career ambitions that take away time for that, or maybe even just, too many other people's advice, I'm wondering, like maybe too many other people trying to tell you what you want. I don't feel you're that kind of person that necessarily gets beholden to people that respect. I think that the Six of Swords clearly says you have a strong need to move away from your circumstance or to find this other place.
Right, that's move. That is a move to something better too, just to let you know.
Yeah, you really want to get away from where you're at. Some of it could just be problems. Some of it could be just because you need something else.
Well, I'm just going to go right out on a limb and say that this is definitely a sign you are moving. And you will be moving to something better. So take heart in that.
It's true. It's getting there, I think, which is what Banshee's saying, is that there's just, some choices here and some other situations that kind of whittle away time from you.
I don't know if you're thinking of moving far from home or, from where you normally are at or in the same community. I mean, to me, that could also indicate like a change in environment.
Yes, I mean, if I had to be trying for the psychic thing, I'm wondering if you are moving over a body of water, like you're moving to the other side of an ocean or a river.
Water?
Or near water too, but somehow I feel like water's involved. So like maybe you are, somehow moving to a location near water or over water, something. So Banshee's going to do a Lenormand to see if we get a little more clarification. You're growing.
Well, we have Sir Pumpkinhead. This could just indicate you, whether you're a man or a woman. This is like a significator card. Or it is possible that there could be like, I don't know, maybe some kind of real estate agent or somebody who might help you find a property, someplace where you can set down roots.
Yeah,
the spooky tree indicates that
roots.
Whatever this place will be, it seems like you're really going to feel rooted there. And it's positive, it's growthful, and it's good for you physically and mentally as well.
You know, the Knight of Swords also indicates movement, things coming or going into your life. And this was about things moving. And I'm just feeling that the way these cards clarify to me is that probably you may have to also consider taking slightly more extended trips to find this area or find this focus or feel this environment. You may have to use more time to actually investigate areas or even just properties.
Yeah.
But I think it's happening.
I think it's happening. So
yeah, we like the Lenormand too. This particular
this
one's really
Halloween
neat.
one is just such a hoot. It's fun. So I hope that helps a little bit, Blog. You know, we gave you as much information as we could on this. And good luck. It sounds like it's definitely a go. You'll have to keep us posted.
Yeah, let us know in the future. Good luck.
All right, so January girl, you are up. And then Sonal.
The man in the tree, right. It is the man in the tree. So it sort of represents possibly you or a person like you or someone.
Right. Even if it's a male, female, you're female, it's like the significator, the person in the reading.
The protagonist.
Or it could indicate somebody who works in real estate maybe that is going to help you find the place. Somebody who might guide you to a place.
Right. In that sense, I'm wondering if it's like sort of indicates towards that reverse Knight of Swords, that maybe part of the reason why the search takes a while, there's much to consider, is kind of there's a haphazardness about their style. The person that may assist you or will be assisting you is maybe they kind of come and go because they're busy. You know, this is probably a really busy time. I don't know where you're at, but over here in the States where we're at, there is a lot of real estate stuff going on. January girl.
Okay, we're waiting on January girl's question, and then we'll go to Sonal after, and we'll call it a night, Mr. O.
Yay! Ooh. And I'm still thirsty, so I'm going to have a sip.
I've been really thirsty tonight. Well.
Should we just go ahead with Sonal and then squeeze January girl in if they show up?
Yeah. Okay. Nope, there she is.
All right. Okay, January girl first and then Sonal. So don't go anywhere, Sonal.
Okay. Somehow my cue didn't go. Oh.
Let's look and see.
That has been happening to people lately, and we honestly don't know why. Every so often, a question from somebody does not come through. I don't know if it's a YouTube thing or what's going on. I've talked to our former producer's son about it, and he didn't seem to have any answers either. So.
No, Sonal, the man in the tree is not the Hanged Man card equivalent. No.
No.
Not exactly. They're two separate concepts.
Yeah, because the tree is about health generally, or it's about it could be about setting down roots somewhere. It could be about ancestors, and the pumpkin head is just like a person. It can be the person who we're reading for, or it could indicate somebody else that could be involved in the question.
Okay, so how would it be received if you got in touch with B regarding the sales opportunity? How do you want to do that?
3 cards.
Okay, which deck?
One of yours.
The Ibis.
Yeah. Well, it's a little deep. The tree card is really interesting to me because a lot of times it can be about health. And often, remember, Sonal, with the Lenormand, cards can stand alone, but when they're paired with another card, that's where the nuance comes in. So depending on what kind of card it's paired with, it could mean different things. I love the Lenormand for that. You know, they look like such simple images, and they are, but they take on a whole different meaning when you lay them down with other cards.
Yeah, you never know. Sales is the kind of thing that there almost always a flow going on there. So it is a good question to ask. You don't know. How will it be received if you get back in touch regarding sales?
Well, sadly, COVID's going strong back in my state again, but we're still opening more things up, so I don't know what's going to happen. I only know that I feel like I'm going to have to start laying low again because the cases have been really increasing, and now
we have personal friends.
We have personal friends who have been exposed or have it. So we're really concerned. We're okay for now, but we're just really concerned. All right.
Cut.
And 3 cards.
Right. Okay, January girl, your first card is the 6 of Cups. Love
We've been getting that a lot.
6 of
so
Cups,
this is somebody you've known or worked with before, right? Or you've at least been in contact with.
About a job, yeah.
Yeah, and that's indicated here, I think. But go ahead.
The Reaping Skeleton.
Oh, is that... What is that?
Isn't that cool? It's death.
It is death. That's right. He's got the... Okay.
With a rainbow.
Yeah. With a rainbow.
And then the 2 urns. So that's Temperance.
Oh, no. Is it Temperance?
The 2 urns.
14. Yeah, it's Temperance reversed.
I love the names on these cards. They're a little hard, but then you're like, oh, that's Temperance. The 2 urns is Temperance. But it's reversed.
It's a very interesting combination. On the one hand, I feel like, yes, there's
Talks exactly to what you said in your past.
Yeah. This is something about the past, but there's major changes now. The death card indicates that there's the death of the old followed by the birth of the new. There has been some major transformation, possibly in that sales opportunity in and of itself. And things may not be as stable as they were, back when that opportunity was presented.
Yeah, my guess is that probably they won't mind you calling on them. They won't be offended, but they may not be able to tell you that opportunities are good with them right now due to what's going on there. They may be back in the throes of having to deal with whatever their situations are, whether it's related to quarantining or that kind of thing. But I feel like it would not be untoward for you to inquire. It actually is kind of a sound business principle, which I think you know. It
is possible that maybe that opportunity is not present, but maybe there's something else. Maybe the change is about something else that could be offered. But again, that might not either be pleasing to you, or it might be, it might throw you off your game a little bit.
Well, I'm wondering if because that's there and it's pointing towards this card, that this great change that's happening is resorting, because water is going from one place to another. So maybe there is a reorg going on that could possibly have possibilities for you, that maybe what they're looking at from the past was not ready for you, or you declined at that point, but that now things have shuffled around a little bit, and maybe that's what the change is that maybe there's something that has shuffled down, has rebalanced.
I'm sensing it's with them. You asked if it was a different job or different. I'm sensing it might be a different job with them, that it might not be the same opportunity. But let me see what the Lenormand might add to this. Let's see.
I think you should check it out, because I don't think it'll hurt.
Absolutely. I think, hey.
I actually think you probably have intuited that maybe this would be an opportunity, because I think this is your intuition telling me, yeah, you should probably do this, and it's probably what it's telling you.
First off, January girl, what do you have to lose? I mean, I would go and try it at any rate. What do you have to lose? Are you waiting for me to draw the Lenormand?
I am.
Mr. O? Waiting patiently?
I don't know about that.
Well, we have the poison ring, which is basically the ring card. That's interesting. And look at this. We have a letter, which could be documents. I think this is kind of positive, January girl.
This is really positive.
Because the poison ring indicates a commitment or an agreement of some sort. And the old letter can indicate signing papers, legal documents, something in writing, putting your name in writing. That sounds good to me.
I think it definitely does. And I think that somehow, if this does work out, I think you will be happy monetarily. I think they will be able to make you feel happy monetarily. Just a feeling I'm getting. I pulled a Pentacle card and while she was pulling Lenormand, and it felt like money was moving towards you, I think.
So I think that something could come of this. I would definitely, give it a shot.
The signs are good that you should at least try.
Yeah. There's no harm in trying. It's kind of like if you think about the Fool in the tarot card, you just got to take that leap into the unknown. You just got to give it a shot. And you know what? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But how would you know if you don't try?
And then you've re-invoked your memory to him. You had clicked before, or so you thought. So that will keep it going to maybe in a month or two, closer to Christmas time. I know we're pretty close now. You never know.
Yep.
So that's what we had, and it was nice to have you again.
Yeah, so good luck with that.
Good
I
luck.
wish you the best with that.
Thanks
in
for
these
coming.
difficult times. And hey, so now you are up, and that'll be it for us today. Well, I hope it works out.
Super hope.
Nothing is written in stone. I wish I could tell you that's a definite. But like I said, no pain, no gain. We got to just keep trucking along and trying.
The thought came to you for a reason, so I think your instinct is probably right. And we appreciate being able to check it out for you.
Yeah. Where's my connection going towards with my friend? Okay. Let's see.
Your deck?
Sure. Let's go back to the pumpkins.
All right.
Or the Halloween deck.
The bats, the imps, the ghosts. So don't forget to check us out this Sunday. We'll be on at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday for our usual, like tonight, live stream. Free
and
questions.
Sunday is hopping, so get there early. All right. Oh, someday I'll get a haircut.
I can help you with that.
No, you can't. You will stay away from my hair. At least with scissors in your hands or shears.
It's an electric trimmer. What could go wrong?
Apparently a lot. But it looks nice now, Mr. O.
Okay, thank you. Where's your connection going with your friend, Sabra Mangia?
Well, I think overall pretty good. We have the King of Pumpkins, and that's upright. We have the Three of Ghosts, and that is upright.
Aw, that's cute.
It is cute. And then we have the Five of Pumpkins, but that's reversed. Now, are we going to duke it out about that reversal?
No, you can go ahead.
I will go ahead, okay? So I think that the Three of Cups indicates to me that things will be going well. I think that there's cause for celebration. There's a lot of harmony and growth. I think that this is very positive. And when I say growth, I think emotional growth. I mean, it seems as though you guys are getting closer together. You're connecting. And the King of Pentacles indicates, too, that there's just this feeling and the sense of accomplishment or achievement. Like, that you can really... I don't know, how do I want to say that? Lost my train of thought.
Be there.
Be there? No, that's not what I was thinking. Do you want to go ahead? I gotta read.
This card makes me feel, and it's sort of a question, but it's sort of a feeling I have.
And that's the Three of Cups, by the way. Yeah.
This is really the Three of Cups, but I'm getting the feeling like either you have children or relatives or friends, each of you who are friends too. Like maybe, for example, you have a cousin or a friend who's friendly with their cousin or friend or something like that. And I get the feeling like maybe there'll be this happy occasion where you'll go and all these friends are together. Something like that. Just something that's connecting your mutual friends or that sensibility. So I don't know if that's a wedding or something fun, but I think it's interesting. With the King of Pumpkins or Pentacles, I'm thinking your friend really values you in many ways, including financially, that I feel like maybe they would be supportive of you. They would want to be supportive of you financially, perhaps. Or maybe they have guidance for you in terms of those kind of things.
Well, you've got two pumpkins here, cards, and those are pentacles, and one is reversed, one is upright. I feel like these two really connect to me because I feel there's some great joy and some creative potential between the two of you. And it could lead to something that creates something very, very positive and growthful. You know, whether it's a financial venture, whether it's a material venture, it just seems like a very positive relationship. The Five of Pentacles is reversed here, and the way I look at the Five of Pentacles is that I feel like there's sort of a sense of healing, or like the times are going to improve, that things are getting better.
Something connects you maybe that relates to different inner work or maybe similar inner work that you may both be doing. There may be something that connects you that relates to each of your feelings of solitude, loneliness, sadness, and that maybe somehow you will be more of a support, you know, the supportive card for each other, and that ultimately this will move you towards a very happy place that maybe will include other people in your mutual circles, is what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I think things are better. Like if you've been experiencing some difficult times or a little bit of a fallout or anything, I think that, or if one of you has been having issues in their life, it seems like the other will kind of be there for you.
You're each there for each other's pain and also to celebrate each other's gain.
Oh, I like that. I like that, Mr. O. Yes, I do. I like that.
So now we'll pull the Lenormand, see what else it tells us.
Due to the argument. Yeah, I do remember something about that. You know, maybe Mr. O is right in that something joyful, something positive is going to bring you back together in some way. I feel that. But let's see what the Lenormand adds one way or another here. I don't know how long this is going to take, because there are issues. We have the rats or the mice here. And then we have the old ball and chain.
Oh.
And the ball and chain is the anchor. So it seems to me that at least for the present, you know, nothing is going to happen overnight with this. This is going to take some time to get to this point. I feel that right now there is a sense of a loss or a separation of some sort with the rats and the mice here, and the anchor. And that anchor kind of keeps it kind of put in place. But something is going to change that. I almost feel as if something, if it's not social media, it's a social gathering, something is going to change that and kind of put things back together.
Well, I feel the anchor holds things in place, and maybe those are things that you really need to understand or take seriously. For me, the rats or the mice sort of talks about issues of need or issues of obsession, and that it may be that this argument or what has happened after the argument is being held in place because either or both of you are not able to cross a chasm about something that's important to the other person, or not really wanting to support something there for some reason, maybe because it just doesn't really enlighten. Like maybe there's an idea there that one of you wants to enlighten the other, and maybe the other says, no, I'm enlightened enough, or maybe I don't need that. I mean, maybe it's about really being able to understand what each other wants to give rather than what each other needs. You know, it's more about what you want to give to each other than what you need from each other. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my feelings.
That's what we have for you right now, Sanal. January girl complimented your hair, Mr. O.
You know, January girl, I saw that and I thought, you know, in my heart of hearts, I really like my hair longer. But a lot of people, like, they have really that very mixed feeling. Like, a lot of people, just like me with the shorter hair or somewhat shorter. And then a lot of people say, no, I like you with your long hair. And so I never know for sure what I want to do because I want everybody to like the way I look.
Well, no, I think what's really important is you should like the way you look. Because if you're comfortable with yourself, then others, the heck with them.
Well, all I know is that back in the 70s, there was a hairstylist that I only occasionally went to because long hair. And their slogan was, if your hair isn't becoming to you, then you should be coming to us.
That's funny.
And on that note...
we are done for the night. And I want to thank everybody for being such good company tonight. We enjoyed talking to you all. It's been fun. And it really picked up my spirits after a pretty crazy day, I'll tell you.
So yeah, if the future isn't coming to you, then then never mind.
You're going to have to work on that one, Mr. O.
I will.
Well, all right, everybody. So see us on Sunday. See us next Thursday, but we'll still be here. So take care, everybody, and
appreciate
we'll see
everybody
you soon.
tonight. Thank you.
All right?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.